Just a sound check on Zoom. Everything coming through, thanks. Just a sound check in here. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I'll try to keep this voice going. Okay. What can I say? Thank you, Valerie, for that introduction and for all you do here and all you do in my life. And thanks, everybody, for your practice. I might say that more than once tonight, but thank you so much. It's good to see your faces and your backs and your fronts, everything, your smiles. Thank you, Peg, for your holding the space so beautifully and the chanting. Valerie mentioned Yamato Rion, and I want to thank him and Ruben Habito and all the teachers that it's been my privilege to meet and practice with. And these masters that we reference and draw upon tonight will be Unmon. Thanks to the regulars who come around every morning and most mornings, and thanks to the residents for all you do and for keeping this place so alive. If you pass through the dining room, you might see a banner that says Happy First Anniversary or Happy 1 Year Anniversary, a banner that Margie Hughes put up for Valerie and me. We've been here about a year now. We came in beginning of July last year, and holy moly, it's been such an embrace. So, end of Tesha. Not so lucky. I'm going to take up a koan. Surprise. This is case 19 of the Shoyoroku, the Book of Serenity, collected by Master Bansho. I guess I'll just start out and read the verse and the instruction and the case, and then we'll stop and talk a bit about stuff. So here's Bansho's instruction. I cherish the activities of Shoyo and Shinjo. You know, that happens to be Unmon and his teacher. I cherish their activities. All through their lives, they pulled out nails and wedges from the people. Why do they sometimes open the door and present a bowl of glue or dig a pitfall in the road? Try to examine this and see. And here's the case. A monk asked Unmon, not a single thought arises. Is there any fault or not? Unmon said, Mount Sumeru. Mount Sumeru. Yeah, Unmon. Unmon speaks in these concise ways. 1 word, 2 words, 3. And each phrase has 3 embedded phrases, so to speak, it's said, traditionally. Each phrase cuts through the delusions of whatever question is asked. And each phrase covers the earth, covers the question, covers the matter entirely. And each answer fits perfectly, like a little wave following a big wave, like the lid of a box, perfectly made. And certainly that's the case here. Unmon was a student of Bokushu, a harsh teacher, and Unmon, either by his own nature or by example, inherited this rather strict quality. You've heard the story perhaps of Unmon as a young seeker is brought to Bokushu's temple, and Bokushu would not allow anyone into his dokusan room. He kept it open, but if he heard somebody coming and he didn't like the sound of their footsteps, he would slam the door. Go away. And Unmon dared to keep coming. So one time he steps in. There are various interpretations of the story. I mean, there are various versions of this story, but in essence, to summarize them, Unmon dared to enter, and Bokushu said, "Speak, speak!" And he didn't speak quickly enough, so he pushed him out, and he came back another time, and this time he stuck his foot in the door just to try to get in, and didn't speak quickly enough. Bokushu slams the door on his foot, or on his leg. Different versions of the story. He either hurt the foot, broke the foot, amputated the foot, I don't know. But this pain woke Unmon up. This was his opening experience. This was his great enlightenment experience. And so this you could call it the stick. You know, this harsh treatment was a great kindness. And that's a little hard for us to get our heads around sometimes. So take it with a grain of salt. But mistake after mistake after mistake. That is our practice. Sticking your foot in that door, that's a big mistake. But look what it led to. And so here we have this koan, and we have this monk asking, not a single thought arises. Is there any fault or not? Is there any mistake here or not? Mount Sumeru. I promise you that Unmon is not saying, wow, good for you. Mount Sumeru is, you may know more about this than I do, but Mount Sumeru is this, the largest mountain in the universe. It's the cosmological center of Indian religion and philosophy, and spread to Asia. And it's so big, it's calculated in terms of kalpas and in terms of miles and feet, but it's way beyond the stars and the moon and the sun. In fact, the stars, the moon, and the sun revolve around Mount Sumeru. So we have day and night because the sun has gone behind Mount Sumeru. So it's big. And in this case, Unmon is responding to this question. Valerie has lately said how grateful she is to these monks who ask these questions for us. And here's another example of that. This monk asked a question that we might well ask. You know, I've attained this state of non-thinking. Is that good? Is there some problem with that? I think, you know, honestly, when he says, is there fault or not, he's really expecting fault. Are you kidding me? This is good stuff, monk. Good going. Carry on. And, you know, he might have interpreted Mount Sumeru as just that, but we are not to be led down that path. The state that he's describing, this quiet state, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's not the end of Zen. It's not the project of Zen, as they say nowadays. This, in fact, you could call it quietism. And it's a place of peace and quiet, and it's lovely, but the very statement, the very question itself is a violation of the idea that I've got no thought. It's a thought, you know. He's thinking this thought. Is my quietude, is my absence of thought a good thing? That's a thought. And Unmon cuts right through that, covers it up, and fits it perfectly with Mount Sumeru. Master Dogen says we must go to the top, and we must dive to the depths. Let's don't stop at the encampment of quietude up along the path. It's nice to get a breather, but carry on. Don't settle for quietude. And this monk, if he doesn't realize that his question is a mistake, he surely can't realize that it's also the perfect presentation of Mount Sumeru itself, the very question, the very delusion. Our very delusions are also Mount Sumeru. Mount Sumeru is vast, and it covers everything, including our mistakes. Mistake after mistake. Sumeru, it vaporizes our mistakes and itself. Vaporizes Sumeru. Sumeru vaporizes Sumeru. This monk asking, is there a mistake here? There's no thought arising. Sorry, I just had to hear that. Only a dead person has no thought arising. The wind is a thought arising. The birds are thoughts arising. We're not supposed to not think. I mean, the idea that we sit in zazen and push away our thoughts, it just doesn't happen. We get a break. But thoughts arise, and if you have no thoughts, Yamato Rion says, you better go to the hospital. Only a dead person has no thoughts, and I even wonder about that. How often I've been in Dokusan, and once or twice, even quite literally, been told, sorry, Scott, it's the stick for you. Thank you. That's so helpful. And how many times have you left the Dokusan room and at least what you believe is, oh yeah, it falls on you just as you leave. That stick can really, just like that slamming door, just be happy for your mistakes is all I can suggest. The stick for you, Scott. Yeah, that's Mount Sumeru. So go straight on. Let's... Yamato Rion also said something that's, stick with me here. This one is, there is a no thought arises. There is that. But it's not what this monk is describing. The true no thought arises is our original nature. That's who we really are. Nothing like a thought ever has arisen in this true essential nature of ours. This is ungraspable by our senses, but only by our experience. So you've heard form is emptiness, emptiness is form. No thought is thought. Thought is no thought. No sensation is sensation. Sensation is no sensation. Nirvana is samsara. So it's Mount Sumeru, so vast, where is it? If it's so big, if it's so all-encompassing, where the heck is it? Why can't we see it? Where is it? Right? Sumeru, it covers everything, it answers every question. It's like moo. It's like the oak tree in the garden. It's like Gutay's one finger. It's like the world-honored one just sat still. It corresponds to everything, covers everything. Whether the monk failed or not, he did. Sumeru, unfathomably high, higher than the stars, containing the whole universe, vast, should be visible from anywhere, and it is, if we can see. It's right here. It's actually quite easy to see here in this beautiful Zendo with these beautiful people here in this beautiful grounds and beautiful wind and rain and birds and paths and flowers and tender care of the Sangha. But it's also out there on Sirius Road and over there in Ukraine and in the southern United States. It's burning up, and in this planet that we grieve for. Sumeru. So let's go straight on. I'd say let's climb the mountain, but we are the mountain. But let's live into this taste of quietude, this taste of no thought, can mean something if we let it lead us into a life of compassion and awareness. Otherwise, it's just a trinket, something to put on the shelf. But these glimpses, these tastes, these gifts that we can't make happen, we can till the soil, but we just receive this bounty and these gifts. And all we can do is, in gratitude, continue to practice and continue to live with that heart of compassion, with the heart of the Bodhisattva. So, Mount Sumeru.